My name is Beverly Pryor, and I'm talking today because of my daughter Mandy. Mandy was born in 1976, and I was so excited. I had very much wanted a daughter, and when she was born, she was beautiful. She was 8 pounds, 4 ounces, and was born, and we found out, with a small blind eye a few months after she was born. But we thought everything else was developing as it should be. As she got into her preschool years, we discovered that she had autism and significant delays. Mandy developed to be about like a 2 or 3 year old in functioning level with autism. Well, while Mandy was in school, I had a good friend who had a son older than Mandy. She had a heart attack and died because the husband had to still work and they had other children. They had to place their son in a institution, and so he lost his mom, his home, everything. I made the decision as Mandy got older that I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want that to happen to Mandy. So when Mandy was in her late teens, I made the decision to find a SILA, and that is, it's basically a 4 to 8 bed home. That the one Mandy went to is run by a nonprofit near me. Over the years, I've been very involved and have helped them and helped Mandy and try to adjust. And I felt as I was getting older, I'm 76, my husband's 81, that Mandy was settled, that I didn't have to worry about her. The people, for example, in the office of the agency that serves her, they knew her when they were students at the university and worked, who've known Mandy since she was young, and they were young. She has friends. She has lived with one girl since she went there, so that's 30 years, a little over 30 years. The fella there came about 20 years ago, and another girl about 15 years ago. They all have their own bedrooms. They have their life, and she's happy. She comes home because she's close, but she's happy. I received a letter in the last 6 weeks from the agency that serves Mandy telling me that they are fearful that they're going to lose all their funding and Mandy will no longer have a home. And that in order to try to balance the budget, they were looking at closing non-mandated Medicaid, which would mean Mandy would lose her funding from the federal government. So if it isn't approved, Mandy Mandy can come home somehow. Even at our age, we'll somehow do it. But like the fella in her house, he doesn't have anywhere to go. I am really, really afraid for my Mandy and for all the folks in the SILAs statewide and probably nationwide. And I really don't believe they realize in Washington what they're doing. And so I'm doing this video saying, please call, in my case, it's Mary Miller in the House. And please call her and say, do not cut. They have to cut $880 billion from Medicaid. $880 billion. Call your congressman, call your senators. Mine is Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin. Call all of them and tell them not to cut the money for the disabled, for SILA group homes. So thank you.